Now they're saying I groped a male staffer. Yeah, I did. Not only did I grope him, I tickled him until he couldn't breathe, and then 4 guys jumped on top of me. It's my 50th birthday. It was kill the old guy.
You admitted groping. Groping,
No,
there's
I
no
didn't.
other way to define groping but sexual.
I didn't.
Groping is sexual.
In fact, I never admitted groping.
I don't know what to make of all of it. I thought he did. He didn't. It's an interesting way to spend your 50th birthday party at the very least. Ana Marie Cox joins us.
We
from
celebrate
GQ.
a little bit differently in my family.
Do
But,
you now?
yeah.
Start on Massa. Is this just over and done with Democrats? I mean, did he just do Democrats a favor by imploding on television?
I think he did them a solid. Maybe not the kind of solid that he would prefer, but totally. And I think also another big winner in this is Rahm Emanuel, who might have faced a little bit of maybe gotten into the news cycle in a bad way with this story about him poking Massa in the shower. I want to say that I wouldn't mind that personally, but
mind poking Massa in the shower, or mind being poked by Rahm?
Mind being poked
Okay,
by Rahm.
I just wanted to
clarify. But I think that shower scene aside, that kind of deal cutting and that kind of talking down to Congress from the White House could have looked bad. But now that Massa has just totally destroyed his own credibility, it's not going to. I don't think we're going to talk about it. Except for right now, right here.
No hangover for the Democrats overall going forward.
I don't think so. I think also it was just so weird.
Right.
It's hard to it's hard to say that it's the Democrats' problem.
Right.
I mean, I hope that somebody tries to, because I want to keep making fun of Massa, so I hope he stays in the news cycle, but that's going to be Republicans' attempt to do that, and I think it's going to be tough.
Anna, lots of deadlines out there today, and we put the question out to our Twitter followers. Do deadlines help more than hurt at this point on healthcare? But the latest ones even matter. There's been so many deadlines and so many broken deadlines. One response from CML Run, honestly, the deadlines are going nowhere. It's like the boss trying to scare the union into cowering under the pressure. And there's been some pushback from members of Congress from the White House imposed deadline, saying, well, that's their deadline. Our deadline is something different. Does it make a difference even at this point?
I don't know why they put a deadline on it, especially since we just don't believe them anymore, right? I mean, it's the White House that cried deadline. And I don't believe them. Congress doesn't believe them. And also Congress tends to just do what it'll do. I mean, talking the metaphor of Rahm kind of trying to shove these people around and it not working in the shower or not, it's not working. Congress will simply do what it does at its own pace.
But don't you think, just if you see it from the White House perspective, if you're in the West Wing and you think, God, our job here is to try to manage this congressional process, that there need to be some benchmarks of deadlines, right?
I think so, and I think those deadlines would have worked earlier, and also would have worked if the president and the White House had stepped in more firmly earlier in the process. Mm-hmm. Right now, they don't have, all of their political capital is spent, and they don't have any way to move this around. And to the extent that they can help, I think that's been wasted too. I mean, it's going to be a tough midterm election no matter what at this point.
And these speeches that he's doing, he'll be in Missouri tonight. There'll be another series of them leading up to next week. Any likelihood this moves the needle? I mean, healthcare has been flatlined for a long time.
I think we talk about this again and again. When in doubt, this White House goes to campaign mode, and this is what they're doing. He's good at this. They do turn into kind of Obama rallies more than anything else, and maybe he'll move his own numbers up. People still generally like him, although that's in danger too. And maybe that's what this is about, because it is to remind House members that the president still is popular. People still like him.
But Democratic members, at least that Wednesday speech in Philadelphia, Monday speech in Philadelphia, they like that air cover. They like him out there in campaign mode. They seem to think that it may not move the needle, as you're saying, Rick, but I think they like that support from him out there.
I think that they do, and I think it's good for him to remind them that that's the role that he can play. But again, I think he abdicated the role he could have played earlier.
And I think that's the key here, is that we're so late in the game that to move anything, like you said, campaign mode is all that's left.
Yeah.
All right. Ana Marie Cox, GQ magazine. We now know lots about Rahm Emanuel and shower scenes and everything. It's been entertaining.
Your preferences.
That's to tickle fest off camera. Thank you very much.
That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow. Don't you poke
and
me.
It's Twitter.com/TheNoTickle. Tickling remains all day. And fond farewells to Courtney Cohen, our colleague at ABC, our last day today. Good fan of the program.
John Roberts versus Robert Gibbs. Who wins?